Direct time, Nintendo Direct time, Nintendo Direct time. Hi, I'm excited for this one. More so than just the fact that it's a direct, I'm excited that they gave me one day after I re-uploaded rather, my reaction to the last direct from September onto this new channel. That was cool. I wanted to make sure I got that out before another direct came along to avoid any kind of confusion. I don't think I avoided confusion very much, but at least I got it out before this one showed up. And I knew this one was showing up because they pretty much always do a direct at the beginning of February, right? This is like a little earlier than I thought they would do. But they have done an early February direct basically every year in the last couple of years. For the last, like, I think 6 or so. They always do it. And they almost always have another presentation afterward in the same month. The only time they didn't do that was in 2020, where they just did a big Animal Crossing thing. So this thing's right on time, and I can't figure what they're going to do in the rest of the month. A Pokemon Presents makes sense because Scarlet and Violet is out. They could announce a Pokemon Directs or Pokemon Presents, where they just talk about, I would assume, honestly, DLC for Scarlet and Violet. Is that a little early? For any other game, sure. But this is Scarlet and Violet. This was so massively popular, and you know that they've planned the DLC. So I think they could at least announce it, tease it a little bit. I probably would be more inclined to believe that they would announce a Zelda direct, like a direct mini, where they only talk about Tears of the Kingdom and possibly others. Some remakes, re-releases. Well, not remakes probably, but like Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, those are always commonly cited. I'm at the point where I'm not so sure that those are coming to Switch, because it sounds like a lot of Zelda. It really does, and those were on the Wii U. I don't know. I want them. I want Link Between Worlds more than anything. But who knows? Hell, they could also do a Metroid thing, which feels like it'd be oddly placed at this point, because you do have Pokemon going on, you do have Zelda going on. Just shoehorning Metroid in there seems a little bit weird. In fact, Metroid Prime is one of those things that a lot of people are talking about for this that I think might not really... I don't think they're going to talk about Metroid Prime. I don't. At first, I was thinking, man, if they don't mention Metroid Prime, like the Metroid Prime trilogy or anything, that's just not happening. That's what I wanted to say, but then I think, I don't know, man, there's so much other stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on, really. Well, okay, not a lot of stuff, but there's enough big things. That's a better way to put it. There's enough big things going on that I don't think Metroid Prime fits right now. Wait for Tears of the Kingdom. The direct after Tears of the Kingdom comes out. That's the one. Or if they don't mention Prime Trilogy or Prime 1 Remake or whatever, then that's not happening. I will say, I'm at the point, I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is coming to Switch. I don't think it is. If that thing comes out on Switch, I'd be very, very surprised. The age of the Switch at that point would make that an extremely late release, which could, of course, happen. But I guess they could give us the earlier Prime games, you know. because we're still actively playing the Switch. We're still anticipating Prime 4. Don't announce that Prime 4 is not coming to Switch. Just give us those ones. We'll play them, and then we'll wait the rest of the time for Prime 4 on the next system. Bit of an odd strategy, but, you know, weirder things have happened. At least we had Dread on this one. But I don't know. I almost feel like they're just going to wait, hold off, and put that on to a new system. And that's another thing a lot of people are talking about. That this is the one where they have to announce new hardware. I'm iffy about that. I'm really iffy about that. Here's why. The idea of a new system coming out now, or being announced now, which a lot of people seem to think is going to happen. Like, I mean, a brand new console. That makes no sense whatsoever. Why would they announce a new console when they're going to be talking about Tears of the Kingdom? They just announced Pikmin 4, you know. They used Metroid Dread to sell the OLED, right? Tears of the Kingdom is the best opportunity they have to have a killer app for some new piece of hardware. Correct? If they're making like a Switch U, that would be the game for them to say, you can play this on your Switch. You know, and this is how it will play. It'll basically be like Breath of the Wild. But if you play it on the Switch U, this is how it will look. You know, higher frame rate. They'd probably have higher res textures. Like, the game itself would again run differently because it's on that new system. Show that off. You know, I do like the idea of a Switch Pro, where it's just, you know, the Switch 1.5, still a Switch, plays all Switch games. All Switch games will still run on it. It won't have anything exclusive, but it will run Switch games better. I like the idea. I don't mind that at all. I'd be completely happy with that. I may actually kind of prefer that. But I think if they announce any hardware, it's going to be a Switch U sort of a situation. And that's heavily rumored. That's what they were doing, and then they canceled that, and now they're just moving on to a new system. Which, if that be the case, that's going to be announced next year. I hold true to that if they're going to just have a new system, they'll talk about it at the earliest next year, because you've got Tears of the Kingdom coming out. You've got Pikmin 4 coming out. They're not going to tell you, hey, there's a new system coming out, because then you're not going to buy the current stuff. That would just be bad marketing. I'm no smarty pants, but that seems like bad marketing to me. So yeah, I do think that for this Direct, I think this is going to be a very important Direct. Maybe not for so much of what they do talk about, but what they don't talk about. If they don't talk about a Switch revision or a Switch U or something like that, some kind of piece of hardware, it's not happening for a while. They're going to give these games that they've got announced some breathing room. Again, I think Tears of the Kingdom will come out, and then they can move on to Metroid. You know, because a lot of people are saying that too, where, man, if they don't talk about Metroid Prime 4 or something like that, it's just not going to happen. I don't think Prime 4 is coming out on Switch anyway, but you got to give some breathing room between these games, because these are going to be huge releases, right? Yeah, and I think, speaking of Pikmin 4, Miyamoto's going to show up again in this one. I think we'll give like a small update on Nintendo World and the Mario movie and all that. Don't know if we're going to see anything from the Mario movie. This is 40 minutes. The movie is supposed to be coming out in this, what it says right there, first half of 2023. So, you know, could mention it. But I do think he's going to give like a whole thing on Pikmin 4. Show some gameplay, explain what he meant when he talked about Dandori, which no one seems to know what he means by that. I don't. That was a really weird presentation when you go back and look at it. He said a lot, but said nothing. What are they doing with Pikmin 4? So, what were the other things that I was thinking? Oh, I find it weird that so many people are talking about Tomodachi Life all of a sudden. It's the 10-year anniversary for Tomodachi Life, but man, I heard of that game. I haven't heard of that game at all in years. And then my girlfriend actually started recently playing it. I was like, oh, this is actually a really, really cool game. She loves it. And now all of a sudden everybody's talking about Tomodachi Life. And now, oh, that should be brought to the Switch or Tomodachi Life 2 or something like that. I completely agree. They have no current life sim game that they're supporting. Do that. That sounds perfect. It also sounds, honestly, no matter what's going on with the Switch and where it is in its lifespan, it feels right. It feels like a good time to do it. And it is the 10-year anniversary. Yeah, do something like that. I don't know if that's going to be a first half of 2023 kind of thing, which means that they could announce that later. But oh, plus also somewhere in this 40 minutes, they have to make sure that they have, you know, a good maybe 20, 25, 30 minutes where they just simply talk about the new Fire Emblem that they're going to do, the 4 new Xenoblade games, everything they're doing in Splatoon. I've got to have all that stuff in there. Leaving about, I don't know, maybe 6 minutes for Tears of the Kingdom, and the rest of it's just going to be about how Metroid Prime 4 is, like, dead entirely. But it always ends up being a lot of Fire Emblem, a lot of Xenoblades. Considering how the last Direct was actually a lot of that, I do wonder if any of that will be mentioned. Oh, that's right, yeah. So they have, yeah, Fire Emblem Engaged. They could do DLC for that, come to think of it. That might be, like, right at the very beginning. All right, we got about 1 minute. One more minute, Nintendo. Where are you? Are you going to be late this time around? Can you tell I'm excited? Can you tell I'm antsy? It's always exciting. This is an odd one because, you know, I was saying before about leaks and rumors. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's going to be one in January." I'm like, they don't do them in January. It's going to be February. And so I just kind of, like, ignored the whole Direct discussion. And then this one was announced, and I realized I hadn't put any thought at all into oh, here we go, into the Directs. And then this one was announced, and suddenly a wash of anticipation for it. Speculation. Let's see how much of it I got wrong. Wow, starting off with Pikmin. Somewhere out there, there's a smiling Arlo. Ooh, there's that bench again. Oh, look at the birds are cool looking. I've only played the first Pikmin, so I don't know a great deal about it. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's new. Or she's new, I think. Oh, see, I thought they'd had gameplay of this, but I figured it was going to be Miyamoto coming out, talking about it. Maybe he'll be here. Maybe he'll be the first person that we see. This Direct will be presented by Miyamoto and not Koizumi. Oh, that's cool looking. I love the small characters in a big world thing. It's a shame I don't like Pikmin more. Maybe I'll love this one. I think I'll give it a try. Ooh, that's cool. Nintendo and their shaders. They're really good at that. They better be. Much of the Switch would not look very good if it wasn't for their ability to make great shaders. Oh. Has there ever been voices? I don't know if there's ever been voices. I know it's just gibberish, but... Oh, they're finding other people. Ooh, that looks cool. Ew, that looks gross. Oh, is that like a queen bullboard? Or bullborb, whatever they're called? The little ship capsule thing seems to be important. Is it just me, or does it look like you can travel to other places, considering the ship is always there? Is this like a multi-world or multi-area kind of game? Oh, they're alphas! Alpha Bulborbs! Hey, a release date. Wow. I don't know why I didn't think they'd give a release date.
I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
It could also be him.
That was the
I was wrong.
for Pikmin 4. A dog-like creature was spotted. What kinds of things will it show us?
Yeah, it's Poochie from
Look
Yoshi.
forward to more information in the future. Let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
I mean, wasn't that the first batch, technically?
This new
Oh, here we go.
Introducing Volume 3 of the
Yep.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass.
Yep.
DLC.
I remember saying that last time. I was like, oh god, there's more of them coming too.
To Masha, the newest hero.
Yeah, hello, Masha.
Darist.
How you doing?
She can use special ore to craft accessories that can bestow various effects. Challenge battles with
Okay. And then the Fire Emblem DLC will be after this. And
battle wave
hey, what you doing in Splatoon? What's going on with that game?
every win, you'll earn more heroes and special abilities. Rack up victories with
Is it unfair that I come to a Nintendo Direct and then I get irritated when they talk about things that are very, very popular on Nintendo
coming in
systems?
Volume 4
Just because I don't
this year.
care for them?
Tell me why! Is this really what you want? Nothing's gonna get through to him.
Nothing!
He's a heartless machine.
Just watch a couple years from now, I will have played this
Like killing Grandad
on a
wasn't
whim
enough for you?
and
Volume
absolutely
3
love it.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass for the Xenoblade Chronicles 3
It's often what I've thought about
on the Nintendo
Persona.
Switch system
I don't care about Persona
February
either,
13th.
but there's elements of it that seem very interesting to me.
Shake it, amigo.
What? This is already a thing, isn't it? Yeah, Samba de Amigo. Oh, wow.
Grab your Joy-Con controller.
Yeah, this is about the time where they have the weird entry.
To match the
Yeah.
targets during a song.
I think last time it was Fist of the North Star, something or other.
The instructions on screen to pose and dance. But the unexpected might happen.
Wow, that sounds like an old arcade game. Oh, it's exactly the kind of things you'd hear. That exact voice. You would always hear that coming out of any arcade in the mall somewhere and go, oh, there's an arcade here.
Make sure to show up in style too.
The closer you get to it, the more you hear like Area 51,
Those with the lowest score
Street Fighter.
will be eliminated. Keep the beat and aim for first place.
This seems like a
Spanning a multitude of genres
like
from
first or maybe second year Switch
So
game.
grab those controllers and get shaken.
Hopefully they're not
Amigo Party Central
doing this at like the end of the Switch's lifespan. I guess we'll see. Seems like odd timing either way.
Got a passion for fashion?
What is this, Anime Sims?
Welcome to Fashion Dreamer. This is the place to glam it up and express yourself. Here, you'll aim to become a stylish influencer.
Yeah, you gotta get these out of the way
Tons of people are seeking the latest trends.
before you talk too much about really, really
Give
big
them a like
titles.
If you dig their style. Or suggest new outfits for them to
That is very Animal Crossing.
it's time for fashion design. Choose from over 1,000 design options. Then add a personal
Okay.
touch to give your item a final flourish.
Well, at least the objects load faster
Items
than you're
other people are
customizing in
wearing by
Pokemon.
liking them. Mix and match your favorites to create new looks.
Can you tell I'm playing a lot of Scarlet Violet?
Connecting online, you can expand your friend circle
It's on my
and
mind.
grow your brand. Got an eye for fashion? Then get styling when Fashion Dreamer debuts exclusively.
Wow, there's something about that art style. Something about that art style that did not sit with me well. It felt a little unsettling.
Delve into these dark worlds.
Dark Worlds.
Dracula's castle beckons in this new paid
This looks fun. I have not played Dead Cells, and it looks like a good time to get into it.
alongside Richter Belmont and
How did they get access to Castlevania? I love shit like this.
wield the vampire.
A miserable little pile of secrets. That was a nice little reference.
Frenetic combat. 12
It was-
original covers and 50
It was so amazing when
accompany you to
Crypto the Necrodancer just did a Zelda game. Here you go. Here's the Zelda IP for you to use. And now they're getting Castlevania. That is one of my favorite things. That's very, very rare, but it's one of my favorite things. When an indie studio gets access to an IP that they get to just have fun with and mix their own game into it. A Tron game,
perilous world. Your decisions and the alliances you forge will
a conversation-based Tron game.
server. Tron Identity launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch this April.
Okay.
Who's there? Wait, is that? Well, that can't be good. The time-bending murder mystery Ghost Trick.
Face down, ass up.
After kicking the bucket and becoming a
How was that?
ghost, you can possess and control objects. With your powers, you can even help others, like
With
this
your
woman,
powers.
and change any ill-fated, fates. Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective, Spirits onto Nintendo Switch.
Oh. I thought I slightly recognized that.
Two connected worlds, one suspenseful thriller.
From Dark Worlds to Two Worlds, there's too many worlds happening. Ew. Oh yes, a police force full of children. Time to solve this puzzle. I mean, that's what you do. This seems almost Persona-like, too. It says the guy who's never played a Persona game. Oh, there's the cat person. Was waiting for that. That voice does not match that character. Cool.
Once upon a time, there was a witch and a demon.
People are talking about this one. I guess there's
Experience Bayonetta's origins
like
as a
early
new
access to
witch
it or
named
something like that.
Cereza. Seeking the power to rescue
Knowing nothing of
she
Bayonetta,
ventures deep into the Avalon
this is not
forest
gonna make
ruled
sense to
by
me.
fairies.
I'm going to that forest
you go to that forest, girl.
and save Mummy.
There,
I thought you said save money.
Cheshire.
You save that money.
You'll control both witch and demon at the same time. Harness Cereza's magic
Ooh.
and Cheshire's
Ooh.
ferocity to travel through this mysterious
Ooh.
and dangerous forest.
I like the way that looks. With the Cheshire Cat and everything?
Together in battle as well.
Huh.
Cereza cannot attack and can only support Cheshire by matching.
She cannot attack.
Hold an enemy in place.
That's not the Bayonetta I know.
Or stop an aggressive one to focus on another.
Bayonetta I know very much attacks all the time.
The duo will gain strength as they continue their journey. By obtaining more powers, new paths can be opened, and battles can be more easily swayed in your
That is
favor.
cool looking. I do like the art
Can
style of it.
Cereza and Cheshire find their happily ever after?
Cheshire, let's go!
It's almost got like an Okami look, but they really went with it. Like more so than Okami did.
Pre-orders are available
Or
now.
rather than what it
Nintendo
could.
eShop.
How was that? Next, please take a
Fine.
look at this.
I think it's the next batch I'm going to be interested in the most. There you go. There's Splatoon. This is unfair for me to talk shit about, because this is extremely popular. And I do feel like if I played it, I'd have a lot of fun with it. I just haven't, and therefore, I'm just waiting. I do think a lot of the characters are kind of cool, though. Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass.
Introducing the Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass. This paid DLC includes 2 waves of content. The first wave is Inkopolis. Make this splat-tastic place from the original Splatoon.
I was just going to say, wasn't that from the original game? Yeah. That's kind of cool.
This is Booyah Base. It's got some
Booyah Base.
weapons and gear. You might spot a few familiar faces alongside new shopkeepers.
Oh.
Products here
You know I'm a sucker for puns.
so shop wherever your vibes are strongest.
Is that? Is that fried shrimp?
Table turf battle.
Don't make me hungry. We've only just started this thing.
Functionality all within the same
Amiibo box. Are they already invoking the nostalgia of Splatoon 1? Come on, Splatoon 1 came out 4 years ago,
form here during Splatfest.
says the old man.
Need a mix of old school and freshness? Then head over to Inkopolis. The first wave of this paid DLC launches this spring.
Okay.
Oh, what's this?
Oh? Are we hatching an egg? Again, Pokemon. God damn it. Is this still Splatoon? Yes. Why are we getting all psychedelic? Side order. Okay. I'm sure I'll analyze every frame of that.
Wave 1 Inkopolis launches this spring. Wave 2 Side Order will launch in the future.
In the future.
The Splatoon
But when will the third one show up? Will that also be in the future?
Nintendo eShop.
Alright.
Many people have played Splatoon 3 since its launch.
They sure have.
Thank you all very much. We hope players will be able to enjoy the game even more with the upcoming paid expansion pass. Please look forward to more information about Splatoon 3 in the future. Let's see some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Dude, everything's like in the future, man.
Adventure awaits Mickey and
An-
friends on Illusion Island. Mickey Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse,
Ooh,
Donald Duck,
not my favorite art style.
and Goofy. Embark on a new adventure to find
Not
3
at all.
magical books and save the mysterious island of
Oh, that
Oolong.
looks weird.
Run, jump,
Okay, in gameplay,
to
it's
explore
kind of
every nook and
interesting.
cranny of the island. By unlocking special abilities, you can reach new places and find secrets
Somebody saw Cuphead,
across large chasms with group
which is fine by me. I want more
barriers
games
to
that look like
open new
this.
spaces, and glide through the air to reach distant platforms.
What was it I was just saying
Each
the other
character's
day?
personality shines
Really
through
needs a
interactions.
Cuphead style
The 4 pals literally
side
can
scroll
brave the island.
hand draw. Oh, SpongeBob. I was watching someone play
Larger jumps,
the new SpongeBob
or
game,
drop a rope to lend a hand.
and I'm like, man, this translates really well into 3D.
And you might
But I would love to see like a Cuphead style side scroll.
exploring the island, you'll
I
meet
think it'd look really
unusual
cool.
allies and dangerous foes.
Games like this, though,
Figure out the
require a lot of development. Every frame has to be drawn.
on a high-flying adventure
Now, this looks
in Disney Illusion Island.
kind of
Swinging onto Nintendo Switch
digital and quick, but
Pre-orders
still a lot of work put into it.
on Nintendo eShop.
That's kind of neat. If I was a big Disney fan, I'd be interested. Oh, more emblems are on the way. Hey, hey, remember when I said there'd be DLC for Fire Emblem? Yeah, there it is.
Hector, emblem of strength.
Hi, Hector.
Increased defense and
I don't know you from Smash Brothers. Are you like the one of 5 characters that isn't in that?
emblem of Acumen. Cast magic spells over a wide area.
Is that on?
Camilla, emblem of
Camilla.
revelation. Modify the terrain to hinder enemies. Wave
Okay,
three
so
includes
on my checklist,
emblem of bonds.
we're done.
Overwhelm,
Right? We had Xenoblades.
sword and magic attacks.
We had Splatoon.
Verona,
Now we got this.
emblem of heroes.
And now we're gonna have the announcement of 6 new life sim games and farming sim games.
To recruit these new emblems. And
Haven't had one of those yet.
a new story called Bell Xenologue will be unlocked.
Fell Xenologue?
Thank you for answering our prayers.
That rolls off the tongue.
Watch out, assassin!
Wave 2 of the Fire Emblem Engage expansion pass for the Fire Emblem Engage game launches on the
Wait a minute, Wave 2?
later today.
Didn't Engage just come out? It's already had a Wave 1 DLC? Wow.
Take control of your destiny. This is Reverie, a world in which deities known as aspirations dwell. When a megacorp endangers the harmony between Reverie and our world, the future of humanity hangs in the balance. In this narrative adventure, harness your divine gift of clairvoyance to travel between worlds. See the future and decide humanity's fate. Many branching story paths, along with a
That's some
original
cool
soundtrack
animation.
by Celeste composer Lena Rain, set the stage for your
Oh, there you
journey.
go.
Eventually, you'll side with one of the 6 aspirations like Bond.
I wish the gameplay of games like this
or
looked
chaos
like,
to change the
you know,
story's
like the
outcome.
cutscenes that it was showing earlier. I wish that was how the game was. I guess it would just then be a movie with quick time events, but
Fall of Reverie launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch.
it's got some good art.
These games will have you rolling.
Oh, okay.
Octopath Traveler 2 is just around the corner. After today's Nintendo Direct,
I didn't have that on my list.
opening hours will be
You've got to have an Octopath showing.
8 new stories await. Which
Uh,
path will you take first?
I know people are excited as hell for this. I haven't played it yet. I haven't played the original one.
Through a brand new world in Octopath Traveler 2.
And as I said, I do like the look of it. I know it's divisive. I like it. Gets a little muddy. That's what I was thinking of when they said rolling.
Remaster of We Love Katamari.
I could not think of the word Katamari. But hey, Katamari! That hasn't been on Switch, has it?
Base? New features include playing as the young king of all cosmos in 5 new challenges. And taking
Yeah.
photos with the selfie camera.
People have been wanting this for a long time. I know I've heard about it.
Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie comes to Nintendo
I've always wanted to try it. I might get this one.
Active Nintendo Switch Online members can play a free game trial of Katamari Damacy Reroll.
Ooh, okay.
Combine the powers of the sun and
I'll give that a try.
to fend off evil in this turn-based RPG. Free
Is there
traverse
really no Katamari game on Switch?
characters from all walks of life.
Huh.
Devastate foes with timed attacks in battle.
I even like how this
Your
looks.
journey with enchanting melodies and retro-inspired.
It's actually easier on the
Yoshinori
eyes.
Mitsuda, a guest composer for the game. Sea of Stars sails onto Nintendo Switch.
But just all you really have to do is add real-time shadows to a 2D.
Free demo will launch later today.
Just a 2D art, and I
on
like it.
Nintendo eShop.
That's pretty.
Duke it out in this free-to-play online multiplayer showdown. Form two teams of
That will get shut down in about 4 months.
fast battles, air hockey style. Use each striker's skills to dominate each match. Change the course trajectory from afar. Block areas to gain the advantage. Or knock opponents out of the arena with explosive moves.
If you have to zoom in and slow down to show the action, it's moving too fast.
Pre-orders for this free-to-play game begin today on Nintendo eShop. Dive back into the sprawling labyrinth. A collection of the first 3 Etrian Odyssey games is coming to Nintendo Switch.
The first 3, I don't think I've ever heard of Etrian Odyssey.
Treasures lie deep within a massive labyrinth. Its paths are intertwined,
Oh.
and vicious monsters lurk in the shadows.
That's disorienting for me. I don't know why.
By drawing the map as you explore, you can progress even.
Was that Hitch in the presentation, or was that the game?
Venture into the labyrinth with 5 adventurers. As the guild leader, you'll assign them roles like the ally defending protector or the ultra-fast dark hunter. But be warned, every adventure is fraught with danger. Should you fall in battle, you can change your team and learn new skills.
Why is it giving me the over-the-shoulder look?
Challenging the labyrinth again. 24 newly drawn character illustrations are included. Plus, take advantage of new difficulty
You can play as one of 24 drawings.
function for smoother exploration. Etrian
What is this?
Odyssey
That reminds me of some other game that
launches
was on
Nintendo
Steam.
Switch June 1st.
That was like a first-person dungeon
Collection will
crawler
also be available
on a
separately
grid.
on
I can't
Nintendo
remember what it's
eShop.
called. It had a sequel.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay. A lot of stuff coming out now. Hey, there you are. You do get a release.
Strategy fans, the Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp game is only a couple of months away. Join
Couple of months. Oh my god.
more in
I wonder if they've been adding a lot of content to
each one
this.
filled with colorful turn-based tactical action.
Like, I wonder if these animations are new.
Strategic muscles across
They didn't really show this
multiple
before.
modes. Design your own maps and share them with friends. Plus,
This
you'll
poor
have to add
game
local
has-
and online play.
Has had a hard time, man. I know, I understand why. I don't think it should have gone anywhere near this long. But it's not going to be until April. They've got to be adding more. Take the opportunity to add more content. Oh, who's that guy?
A new story will unfold in the Kirby's Return
Oh,
to
Kirby, right.
Dreamland Deluxe game. Magolor, the interdimensional traveler.
I didn't put Kirby on the list because that will surely not. Oh, they did announce
Escape the
this.
realm between dimensions.
That's right. Okay, well that makes sense that that's here. I thought we went to another game there for a minute.
All he can do now is a basic attack and jump. To regain Magolor's powers, you'll need to collect magic
Yeah,
plants.
that's what got Mario started. It was just a basic attack and jump.
Different abilities can be restored and enhanced. Improve Magolor's levitation.
Do you not even play as Kirby in this? That's kind of
Increases
interesting.
attack range. The order in which you restore his powers is up to you. There are over 20 interdimensional stages to explore.
Why have I never gotten into
Four
Kirby
players on the
games?
same system can venture through this mysterious.
They seem right up my alley.
Can Magolor restore his
It's not that I haven't played them. I have tried out the older ones, and I thought they were pretty good. I just didn't stick with them. I don't know why.
clearing story mode.
They are quite easy. I do know that about Kirby games. There we go.
After today's Nintendo Direct, a demo will be available on Nintendo eShop. Up to 4 players can play
Yeah, see that kind of stuff there, like copy abilities. I'm a Mega Man fan. Why do I not love this?
launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 24th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
We hope you're looking forward to the new story in Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Next, here's some news about Nintendo Switch Online.
I only play Kirby for
Please
the
take a
story.
look at this.
What are you doing to Switch Online? More games? Game Boy games, please? Yay! The one time I didn't think to to predict it, there it is. Hey! Oh, I'm happy.
Games are being added to Nintendo Switch Online.
Yay! Don't make it part of the expansion
Nintendo Switch,
pass.
You can play these games anytime.
Really?
Just like you could back in
The remake of this was like 1-to-1. I'm surprised they're putting it on there.
Let's introduce the games that will be available.
Good old-fashioned Tetris. Sorry, Tetris 99.
Tetris. Arrange the falling Tetraminos and aim for a high score. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins.
Never completed the Mario Land games. Which is weird because they're like an hour long.
Link's Awakening DX.
I love this game.
To escape Covellate
And it's the DX version, so it is Game Boy Color. Very cool.
Gargoyles.
Fantastic game.
Save the
That
Ghouls
alone is
Firebrand
worth it.
From the Ghost and Goblin series.
Oh, wow, look at that. You can play as that enemy that is
Gallery 3,
absolutely
an
terrible.
assortment of Game & Watch titles.
Oh, that's neat.
Alone
New
in the
Game
Dark,
Boy
a new
Advanced.
Nightmare. Solve a murder mystery on the supernatural Shadow Island.
Whoa.
Metroid 2.
Hey! Oh,
Returning on Planet
put that remake you made for it on Switch. That'd be cool.
Mario Land 3. Traverse a world that changes between day and night based on your actions.
Why only 3? Well, I'm sure they'll do the other ones.
Kirby's Dream.
But why are you starting with a third one?
Float in
This is a
the
good game.
enemies in Kirby's debut title.
Yeah. Thought the NES one was better, but this is surprisingly
You
good
can use
on the Game Boy.
Game Boy Pocket.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even thought about Pocket.
Up to 2 players can play compatible games together locally or online.
What about, do you need a link cable? I don't have
In
one.
the future.
Oracle? They're putting the Oracle games on there. There we are. Of course, you got to. You have to do a Game Boy Advance. Fusion and Zero Mission, right?
Game Boy Advance games are being added to Nintendo.
Oh, I've never played Minish Cap.
Here are the games that you can play at launch.
Oh, yeah.
Super
I
Mario
didn't
Advance
think they'd
4,
put Minish Cap
Super
on there, and I don't know
Mario Brothers
why.
3. Play 38 extra levels from the Nintendo e-reader accessory.
This is the first time I've been really, very
Micro
interested
games. Experience the origins of
Um,
the lightning fast micro games.
in the old games. If this is part of the expansion pass, I am getting the expansion pass. This is very exciting. Oh, that looks like Anxiety, the game. Mario Kart? Never played the Super Circuit one.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Soccer. Save the
Whoa!
world and fight with
I feel like they forgot these games existed.
The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap.
Wow. I've got at least 3 or 4 games here that I would stream.
Local
Oh, that looks so
play is
fun.
supported for compatible games, and up to 4 players can play together.
Again, though, I don't have link cables.
More games
Metroid Fusion! Hey, there's F-Zero. We finally got an F-Zero game, everyone. It
in this
happened.
presentation, you can play these Game Boy titles with the Nintendo Switch Online membership. Or play
Yeah.
both Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles
Fuck
with the
you.
Nintendo membership.
Damn it. I should have known they were going to put the Advance on there.
Select Game Boy titles
I'm not really playing this.
will be
Whoa.
playable on Nintendo Switch.
That was some amazing editing.
Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to play the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles we introduced. For more information about Nintendo Switch Online,
Now I gotta buy the
and Nintendo
expansion
Switch
pass.
Online plus expansion pack in the future.
God damn it.
Let's see a few more headlines.
You got me. You caught me. The 64 games wasn't enough.
The original Metroid Prime
Oh my god!
on Nintendo Switch.
But not the trilogy? But I'll take this, but not the trilogy? Well, now I don't know what to think. Ooh. Ooh, that's some pretty. That is some pretty. It looks like the old game too. Wow, they didn't go too hard with it. Oh, that song. Oh, that song. Hey, Riddy, how you doing? Okay, I'll take it. I will take it and gladly play it.
Metroid Prime game, originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system, has been remastered for Nintendo Switch. Explore
Yeah, like they didn't go too crazy with
the
it.
perspective of Samus Aran. But beware, there's more to this alien planet than meets the eye. Visors are the key to your adventure. They'll help you to
And honestly, they were some of the coolest parts of the game. The fact that you can like see her hand in the cannon and know what beam you were on by the shape of her hand.
A certain visor may be required.
Spoilers.
Creatures attack. Keep them in your sights with the lock-on feature.
Wow, they didn't change
Beams
anything about the designs. Nothing. They just made it look prettier.
This remaster adds new dual-stick controls, allowing you to move.
This remaster adds the ability to play it like a first-person shooter.
You can also select a control style that recreates the feel of the original game.
No thanks, I'm good.
Control options. Explore Talon 4 with your preferred playstyle. The digital version of Metroid Prime Remastered
Digital.
launches on Nintendo eShop
Digital.
today.
Oh,
Version of the game will be available in stores.
hon, I'm spending all of our money. It's all going away. Bye.
Put your
Also, you're not going to see me for a
skills
while.
to the test.
Because I got a mystery to solve.
Detective organization. Yuma, a trainee detective, and she
Okay, so Prime 1 remaster.
will solve strange incidents within Kanai Ward, a city ruled
I don't know what to think now.
by Amaterasu Corporation.
Again, they could totally put that on here and not have Prime 4, have anything else. You know, you can do it.
One has a
They did.
supernatural ability that can prove useful during investigations. Mimic body types and voices with disguise. Detect
We've only got like
whispers
what 5 more minutes in this thing.
aptitude. And witness past crimes.
Not looking great for Tamagotchi.
Cognition. These abilities can be shared with Yuma,
So this is post-cognition.
so use them to get.
I feel like you've got one
to
more
crack
thing.
the case. After collecting enough evidence, a mystery labyrinth.
I'm surprised we haven't heard about Pokemon. They could also just announce like on Twitter or something like that. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a Pokemon Presents, you know, tomorrow.
Master Detective Archives Rain Code launches on Nintendo Switch June 30th.
How many of those games are there? I feel like there's always announced one.
Waves of the Heart take flight
And
once more.
I don't know what this is.
A remastered collection of both Baten Kaitos games,
Baten
originally released on the
Kaitos,
Nintendo
right.
GameCube system, is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Has there
After a
been?
long and peaceful era
When was the
in the
last
Blue
entry in
Islands
Baten
above Earth,
Kaitos?
The Empire's conspiracy looms closer. As spirits dwelling within the protagonists. You'll stand
Somebody's
with the
been waiting for
Empire
this.
across 2 different eras of war.
Like I've been waiting for Prime.
During your travels, you'll visit various locales and team up with like-minded allies.
So hey, remember that leak of the Prime 1 remaster? 2 years later, it came true.
Determined by the attributes and combinations of your cards, which are randomly dealt from the deck.
To be fair, I guess that could have been
In these
delayed.
real-time battles, you'll
I
need to
don't
make
see
split-second
how or why.
decisions to edge closer.
I gotta see who developed that.
What revelations will come to light in the
Or if that was the original developer of
the
Prime 4.
lands below. Baten Zen Kaidos 1 and 2 HD Remaster soars onto Nintendo Switch this
We got
summer.
3 minutes.
Dive into your new fantasy life.
No, it's not the fantasy life I wanted. Wow, somebody played a lot of Animal Crossing.
While exploring the once thriving island, you'll meet a mysterious girl. Then travel between past and present to make the island your own. Become a woodcutter, angler, cook, blacksmith.
I mean, hey, if they're not going to add anything more to Animal Crossing, someone else has got to do it, right?
Take on different roles
That
to
actually...
develop the
Combat, that's kind of interesting.
How will you rebuild? This life is yours to live. After 1,000 years, the restoration is about to begin. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time.
Fantasy Life I? Why the I? What's this? No, it's not actual gameplay. Oh. Professor Layton. Was this already announced? I feel like it was. Wow, okay. That was quick.
Wave 4 is
Hey,
racing
Mario Kart.
in.
Alright. Yoshi's Island! Oh.
Zooming into Wave 4 of the
Oh, I didn't know I wanted this.
DLC.
Alright, well, you got me with the, They're adding Birdo?
Also being added to Wave 4.
They're adding characters now! Oh, that's very cool.
Wave 4 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Also, Birdo wasn't in that already?
The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game races onto the Nintendo Switch system this spring.
I'm very happy they're adding characters.
Active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members can enjoy this DLC at no additional
Oh, don't
cost.
worry, I'll be an
DLC
expansion
can also be
pack
purchased
member
on
pretty
its own.
soon. Duh. Disney Dreamlight, alright. Battle Network, there you go. Something Minecraft. Gearbox. Oh, that looks cool. As much as I hate staring at a white screen. Oh my god, that's a lot of games. This is going to be a huge collection. Pew, 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 pew. Have a Nice Death. I feel like I've heard of that one. Yeah, it looks familiar. E-baseball. Konami? You still making games? New realm up to Gorsh. Oh, yeah. Alright. That plays and runs very well on PC. I can't imagine it being that great on Switch. I'd love to try it.
Thank you for staying with us.
It's been over 40 minutes.
This will be our last
There you
segment.
go. Wow.
Please take a look.
Tamagotchi. It's gonna be Zelda. Yep. Oh, what now? What was that green swirly thing down there? If this isn't Zelda, they're sure making it look like it. Whoa. Those things look like they'd kick my ass.
My servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies.
Is that Ganondorf's
No
voice?
survivors.
I don't think I like it. Ooh, the grabby arms. The ancient Sheikah grabby arms. Ooh, I like the grass on that. Hey, it's that Pokemon.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
I got this. If she had said stop him alone, that would tell me that you get to play as her. Yeah, but if you take his arm, then you can beat him, I guess. What the fuck? Why was he driving a car? Alright, it's nuts and bolts, apparently. Oh, quickly, somebody reverse that. Find out what it's saying.
Please, lend him your power.
Yes, I know. I still have to beat Breath of the Wild. I know. I know.
That was The Legend of Zelda. Tears of
That
the
didn't show
The
anything.
latest entry in the Legend of Zelda series.
Well, I mean, it showed some weird things.
In addition to this
Pre-orders
game
begin.
version, a collector's edition of the game containing various items will
Oh,
release on
don't do
launch
this
day.
to me.
A new amiibo figure of Link from this
There's the
game
amiibo.
will
I knew
also
they'd
be
do that.
available
That
this
exact
day.
amiibo.
We hope you're looking forward to Link's latest grand adventure.
I am, even though you're going to be charging $70 for the base game, aren't you?
Thank you for watching.
That was the only leak that was actually a leak. Well, there you go. Yeah, I forgot to mention that part. $70 for the base game. At least that's what it had on the eShop. Maybe they've changed since, I don't know, but there was a listing. That exact amiibo, they had that statue at some event. Life-size statue. I thought, well, that's going to be the amiibo. And it is. I want it. Collector's edition, of course. Got to do that. I am surprised. No Zelda-themed OLED. Honestly, I'm surprised by no hardware announcement. Honestly, kind of surprised by it. They could still. They've got a couple months before this thing comes out, but if they were going to do it, they would announce it now so they could have a Zelda-themed version. You know, pre-order that. Kind of oddly lacking in that I thought there was a lot more that they would say, but they didn't. And as I said before, probably the most interesting thing is the stuff that they don't talk about. There was a lot they didn't talk about here. That was kind of an odd trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, I think. That just showed some weird stuff. Like, kind of the first time that we've seen, you know, on the ground gameplay. Everything else has been up in the sky. So that was cool. Apparently, it's The Legend of Zelda Nuts and Bolts, and you can build a fucking car. Okay. I guess that's one way to do traversal. Man, Alnuma does some weird stuff with Zelda games. It somehow works, but there's some things in it that I always think, well, that's an odd decision. Yeah, Ganondorf. Don't like the voice. Don't like the voice at all. It just sounds too generic. Honestly, it sounded like a Fire Emblem character. Metroid Prime, very cool. Getting that. Apparently, I can get that today, if I remember right. Wow. You know, I think that might be my next stream game. Actually, is Metroid Prime. I've been wanting to play through that again for a long time. I kind of gave up on it because I could never get it to emulate very well, and the controls are always odd because they were odd on the GameCube. Nice to see that, you know, you can actually play it like a first-person shooter. Do I have to go into like the controls in the system and change them around like you have to do for GoldenEye? I'm sure you don't. I just thought I'd mention that. So, which, speaking of GoldenEye, I guess I'll be able to play that because I am getting the expansion pack because, hey, they added Game Boy games. And I didn't think I'd be nearly as excited for Game Boy games as I am. I want them. Those are all very good. You're putting Oracle on there. You're putting Minish Cap on there. Yeah, I'm playing those. Good choices. Very good choices. Why Wario Land 3? Why not start at 1? Why not put all 3 on there? I don't know. Why do you ever put the third entry of a game first? You guys are weird. Sometimes I like when you're weird, but other times it's annoying. The one time I didn't predict Game Boy games, and I didn't hear anybody else predict it. Like every direct up until now, it's been, oh, they're gonna add it. This time, nothing. God, what else did they do? I mean, honestly, the predictions that I had correct were Fire Emblem, Xenoblade, Splatoon. They just can't stop. They just can't stop talking about them. No Tamagotchi Life. Now, I wouldn't say that's a definitive thing. They could actually give that its own presentation. That could be in a mini. That could be anywhere. This is, again, focusing on first half of the year. I think actually most of this is first half of the year. In fact, I think a lot of this stuff was today. Whole lot of stuff just added. That's kind of exciting. My wallet is scared, but it's exciting for me. God, that Zelda thing was odd, though. I don't know what to make of what they showed. I'm gonna have to watch that again. We still don't know anything about the arm. We know nothing new. Nothing new except that you can apparently build vehicles, I guess. And somebody lent him his help, and he saved Zelda. And hopefully you can play as her. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for them to just say, you get to be Zelda in this one. I kind of hope they don't say anything. I would actually love for the game to come out, and then you're playing as Zelda, like, right at the beginning. Just say nothing, surprise everybody. Why not? Yeah. I got nothing more. That was a lot, and I don't know what to make of a lot of it. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for a lot of the stuff they showed. And now I gotta edit this thing. See you later. Bye-bye.